may usapan ngayon ng charter change. Pero as with anything, napansin kasi na in the coming years, maraming nag-advocate ng charter change for different reasons. Merong iba dyan gustong baguhin yung form of government, merong iba dyan gustong baguhin only certain provisions, merong iba dyan na ang tanongin nila is the whole constitution should be junked kasi may problema. Halimbawa, meron din mga dyan na nag-advocate na yung Bill of Rights na yun, basura na yan kasi yun yung reason kung bakit hindi natin mapakulong yung ibang mga tao. So, this is really quick kasi meron tong tambayan mamayang 12 o'clock. That's why mabilis lang itong itong live na ito. Charter change is a double-edged sword. Triple pa nga kung kaya. Kukonsider na lang natin na ang saligang batas ay isang kwarto. Pag binuksan natin yung pintuan at wala kang bantay, lahat pwedeng makapasok. Kaya tignan po natin, ang pinakamahalagang provision dun sa resolution of both houses ito. They seek to insert the phrase, unless otherwise provided by law, to several sections of the Constitution involving 1. National patrimony and economy, education, science and technology, arts, culture and sports, and general provisions. Pero hindi nakalagay doon sa joint house, sa resolution of both houses, RBH, kung ano exactly ang gusto nilang baguhin. Okay, nakikita ko na yung mga comments na, why don't we scrap the Cory Constitution? You don't do that! Okay? You know why? Because a lot of our problems happen precisely because of charter change. Tignan niyo yung ginawa ni Cory, kung ano-ano yung siningit nila. Okay? What are we going to do? Revert to the 73? Hindi na rin siya angkop. Nagbago na rin ng ibang mga batas, ibang mga doktrina, pati yung mga values natin, nagbago na rin. Pero in 1987, they had a clean slate. Ang dami nilang ipinasok. Whether we wanted those changes or not, hindi naman tayo natanong. Kasi ang mga nagbago ng charter in 1986-87 were people that Cory had picked. There was no election, there's nothing. Okay? O ikaw, turo system, ikaw ang lalagay ko, baguhin natin ang saligang batas, gagawa tayo ng sarili nating saligang batas. Okay? But we forget, ang dami sa atin, galit sa Constitution, but we don't know why. Bakit? Kasi there's so many people advocating charter change. There's a small minority that says, wait, wag muna, because some of the things that we're advocating for in charter change might be addressed by law. The problem is, our legislature is so powerful, regardless of what kind of laws we want changed, sila pa rin ang masusunod. Okay, what makes it any different when it comes to charter change? Sila pa rin ang masusunod. Sa tingin nyo, maipapasok yung mga gusto natin? O yung gusto lang nila ang papasok nila? Because this is not a constitutional convention kung saan mag-elect tayo ng mga representanteng magbabago ng charter natin. Ito ay Constituent Assembly. Ibig sabihin, yung mga kongresista natin at mga senador na hindi na nga natin mapagkatiwalaan na mag-ayos-ayos ng hearing, ay sila po ang gagawa ng charter change. Okay? Tingnan ninyo, sinabi nila national patrimony and economy, etc. Paano kung baguhin nila yan para makapasok ang ABS-CBN by changing nationality requirements? What if somebody puts in there, sige, let's allow foreigners to own property. Naalala nyo yung American colonial period? The Philippines was private property of the United States. That's what their Supreme Court said. We had no rights. We were just people who happened to be living on their property. Do you really want a return to something akin to that, where foreigners own most of the property at tayo nakikitira lang tayo? O tayo makikilease lang tayo ng property from foreigners? Wait lang. Hindi pa natin nakikita kung ano yung sinasuggest nilang provision. Tuwan-tuwa na tayo. Diba? That's how the 86 Constitution came about. Hindi naman sinabi sa taong bayan kung ano babaguhin nila dyan. Binago nila based on their own values, their own idea of what should be changed. Pero the only time they asked us was nung nagka-referendum na. And by then, It was either yes to the whole thing or no to the whole thing. Hindi yung yes to this but no to that. Walang ganun. Kaya tayo nagka-problema dahil inurada natin yung charter change and we weren't asked at kung ano-ano yung naipasok dyan. Including things that allow the oligarchy to remain. Diba? Tinanong ba kaya yung mga hampas lupa kung anong provisions ilalagay natin dyan? Hindi. Yung mga representante ba dyan, inelect natin? Hindi din. Diba? It was Cory saying, you, and you. Why can't we have divorce? Because the Constitution says that the marriage is the basic unit at ipoprotektahan yan ng Estado. Kaya nga ang Solgen uma-appeal sa mga annulment cases. Ina-appeal nila pag ginrant yung annulment. Solgen ang magde-defend dun sa kasal. Ayaw mo na nga ng kasal mo, nakiusap ka na, nagpresenta ka na ng ebidensya sa hukuman na hindi na kayo pwedeng magsama. Pagdating mo sa Korte Suprema, kaharap mo, Solgen saying, hindi, you should stay together. What? Why? Because it's in our Constitution. Okay? And that's how these things happened. Because we didn't know what they're going to put in. And dapat, gusto nila ng charter change, fine. Gusto nila na Constituent Assembly, we don't get a say on who's going to change the charter, fine, pwede rin. But at least tell us what you're going to change and why you want it. And who is pushing for these things. Mamaya paggising natin, oy, tantan, pwede na pala ABS-CBN kasi pwede na foreign ownership ng media. Do we get to debate this at all? Diba? So, meron mga nagsasabi sa akin, putwagis yan ko, yung constitution na yan, yan yung reason kung bakit may namaril ng unarmed civilians sa Tarlac. What? Meron mga dyan, i-repeal nga natin yung Bill of Rights kasi ang dami-daming karapatan ng akusado. Really? Gusto mo pag akusado ka na, wala kang karapatan? Diba? Besides, the Bill of Rights didn't just show up in our Constitution. It is the evolution of so many Supreme Court decisions over the years na determine natin how we are best going to protect ourselves pag kalaban natin yung Estado. Well, so, that is the whole thing. Approach with caution. Anytime that somebody says charter change, we're not saying we shouldn't change the charter. God damn it. Kailangan talaga. Meron mga provision doon na, hello, why are these even here? Pero, we would trust Congress to just say, oh sige ha, lalagyan namin to ng unless otherwise provided by law. Because this time, every time they will change something, like, ano yung nationality requirement, ano yung mga ganito, mahirap tanggalan ng prangkisang ABS-CBN. It becomes easier now because as provided, unless otherwise provided by law, means that the Congress that we don't trust to even have a fair hearing, the same Congress and the same Senate is going to be the one putting in changes even when we're not looking. Okay? Approach with caution. Not everybody who advocates for charter change is looking out for our best interests. No. Find out, who are these people? Sino ba yung nagpapalaganap ng matinding panlilinlang that the whole Constitution is bad? It's not. Okay? Sometimes, only the Bill of Rights is standing in the way of sending all of us to prison just because some cop doesn't like us. Okay? That's how the Constitution protects us. That's how the Bill of Rights protects us through due process. Okay? Kaya nga tayo may due process para kailangan ng ebidensya bago tayo ihagi sa kulungan. So, it's the same thing. Pagka galit na galit kayo sa isang akusado, the Bill of Rights that protects the innocent protects him because he is innocent until proven otherwise. Diba? Yan. Just be careful. Yun lang ang sinasabi ko. I'm not saying we shouldn't change our Constitution. Hell yeah, we should. But there's certain things that we don't just want to leave up to Congress. So what they're saying basically is, dito sa mga portions na to ng ating saligang batas, tayo na yung magbabago niyan at any time. Diba? Halimbawa, and this is something that I'm really very protective of. Bakit kasama ang arts, culture, and sports? Because Republic Act 10066 was created in compliance with the Constitution, which says that you can change. Kumbaga, ang nakalagay doon is that our national, our heritage and our treasures, these are all part of our national patrimony. It's all part of our national treasures. Therefore, we can limit their ownership. We can limit their disposition. So, ayon dun sa RA 10066, pwede natin sabihin, hindi mo basta pwedeng ibenta yan, i-offer mo muna sa National Museum or sa National Commission for Culture and the Arts para pwede silang mabili. Kaya na-acquire ng NCCI yung Metropolitan Theater dahil nag-offer ang City of Manila sa GSIS na bilhin yan. So GSIS, in accordance with the law, offered it first to the NCCA. And so it reverted back and it is now being restored. Malapit na po matapos yung restoration yan. Okay? So yun. Just be careful. We want to change, but kumbaga, if it isn't for that, sasabihin ng ngayon na hindi pwedeng, Congress can at any time override that and say, in the provision sa Constitution na, hindi, dapat all of this is private property, we can dispose of as we see fit. O, di patay na naman tayo. How are we going to save our heritage now? Diba? Nasa ating saligang batas yung pagpuprotekta ng ating ating gintong pamana. And if we just allow our Congress to at any time overturn some provisions in our Constitution, then parang tinurn over na lang natin, ikaw na bahala sa property ko. Diba? That's just one. Okay? Approach with caution. Let's change parts of the charter. Of course, we have to. Pero, pagkakatiwalaan niyo ba na you turn over control to the Congress every time? Asan yung nasan yung safeguards niya, nasan yung standards? Congress can set it at any time. Yung 60-40 restriction na sinasabi ninyo, paano kung sabihin ng Congress, okay, for this industry, kasi kilala ko yung bibili dyan, 100% Filipino ownership. Ito kasi interesado ko, okay, pwedeng 0% Philippine ownership. They get to decide. Okay? And they don't even have to ask for permission. Except, we only decide indirectly by voting people that into Congress or into the Senate. And that's it. It's indirect. Okay? We'll probably discuss more of this later kasi ayoko lang mag-encroach into tambayan time. Let me just check yung ating ibang mga questions. Kasi marami akong nalipasan quick questions. Ay, shucks. Sorry, ayan. Should we also embrace, sabi ni, but we should also embrace changes. Kaya nga sinasabi kong I'm not saying we don't change it. Ulitin ko I'm not saying we don't change it. Hell yeah, we gotta change it. But they have to tell us what they're going to change. They have to tell us what do you intend with this catch-all provision, because that's what they're saying. We'll just put in a catch-all provision para anytime na feel ng Kongreso baguhin to, babaguhin namin ito. It's not the change that we want, it's the change that they want, and they get to decide. That's what it's saying. Okay? Hindi yung sinasakang gagawin nila, sige, ayan, they prepared the way. Understand this, isipin niyo bakit kayo galit. Bakit kayo galit na you want to change the entire Constitution without even understanding which provisions are going to get thrown out? Without even understanding that if you're going to throw out the entire Constitution, there are certain things there that we're never going to get back because the big businessmen, the big corporations are going to take over and going to be the ones to just talk to the congressman and say, I want this provision. All we're saying here is let's approach this with caution. Diba? Hindi ko sinasabing wag baguhin. And if you say that, say na hindi ako nag-advocate for charter change, that's bullshit and a half. Okay? Don't put words into my mouth. I'm not saying we don't welcome change. We want change, but we want to see what we're changing. We have to know what it is that they're doing to the Constitution so that we're in on it, or we know that they're just representing selfish interests. Diba?
We want
Oops! Yan. Let me check the other May mga nagsasabing it's important to take out the economic restrictions. I think we need more discussion on this one. Yes, I agree that we have to change some of the economic restrictions para hindi yung mga oligarchs lang ang ano dito. But we must also put in some kind of restriction so that it's a Filipino first policy also. So, we have to be able to get people who are not the oligarchs, people na, yung mga hampas lupa like us, to be able to source capital, to be able to participate in all of these industries. It has to be made fair. Because that is the purpose. Hindi yung nakatingin tayo, itong economic restriction, kailangan natin baguhin. It's the why. It's the goal. What are we after here? Gusto natin basagin yung oligarchy. Gusto natin basagin yung virtual monopoly ng mga mayayaman kasi sila lang ang yung mayaman. How do we change the constitution para tayong mga hampas lupa nakaka-participate din sa economic gains? Nakaka-participate din tayo sa mga industry na yan. Kasi tingnan niyo, yung bagong technology. Pero what do the oligarchs do? Sila lang halos iniipit nila yung mga certain industries. Sila lang ang nakaka-participate. Tingnan niyo nangyayari sa telcos. Every time somebody wants to participate, aawayin nila, magbabagsak sila ng presyo. They will engage in ruinous trade wars. Diba? What can we do in our laws that will give us better opportunities? Hindi yung nakafocus tayo dun sa mga provision na yun in the mistaken thinking that it's going to help us. How do you know you're not helping the oligarchs by doing that? Diba? How do we know? This was sold to us. This entire idea. In fact, so many people galit dun sa 1987 Constitution not understanding why and why certain provisions are bad but other provisions should remain. So, yun, that's the reason we're saying, yes, the charter change, but approach with caution.